And we're back.
We're back.
So yeah, this one's gonna be a shorter podcast.
Yeah, not a lot going on in the sports world. A lot of things in Christmas break. We don't talk about basketball, so
Yeah, we did
We
one
could.
like a week ago.
yeah, we could.
So-
but it's not our sport, so we don't do it
Yeah.
very often.
But there are a couple exciting things going on. So today is New Year's Day.
New
The
Year's
first day.
the day we recorded this.
Yeah, the day we recorded this of the first day of 2014.
If Adrian is the same style of the last few times, you won't even see this until next month.
Probably not.
No.
Nah, I'll upload it sooner. But so yeah, there's a couple things. So the World Juniors are happening. There's no games today on New Year's Day.
Nope.
So that kind of sucks.
Well, not for Canada.
No.
Are there any games at all?
No, there's no games at
There's
all.
no games at all?
No.
Oh, I thought there were a few.
No, there's no games at all.
Oh.
So, well, you know what? Let's talk about the Spengler Cup first. Get that out of the way.
Spengler Cup, the other world championship going on at the moment for Team Canada. Team Canada is out, and the Spengler Cup is officially over with last night's win by Geneva over CSKA Moscow, the former Red Army team. I watched the Spengler Cup. I watched a couple of the games. I watched the Canada Vitkovic Steel. I think that's how you pronounce it. Their team. I saw Canada in a nail-biter win, 5-4 over them. You think it's funny, you know, with Canada, Adrian,
Yeah.
everyone knows that Canada is the best in hockey, right?
Yeah.
Go down to the Hockey Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
and you'll look at the IIHF, International Ice Hockey Federation, standings.
Yeah.
Canada's actually fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, didn't they like for fourth for what?
Fourth in the men's standings.
Overall wins?
Just overall.
Or
The way it
medals?
works, there's points assigned to every win, every championship. There's more
Okay.
points. So Canada, everyone's in the 2,000 range, up in the top five. I believe it's Russia first because of all the Soviet wins.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Sweden is second.
Okay.
Finland is third.
Really?
Yeah, I think Finland's ahead of us now. I believe Finland is ahead of us. You want to look it up?
Sure, I guess.
And Canada's fourth, with the states rounding out the top five. Czechoslovakia is not far behind. Slovakia is right in there too. The Swiss are coming up. Canada's not alone on the top of the hockey world anymore. And it's kind of concerning for a lot of hockey fans here. Canada actually lost the Spengler Cup, which is honestly, it's not that big of a surprise. Canada hasn't won it since last year. Of course, last year they won it because of the lockout, so a lot of the locked out players playing in Europe decide to go and play for Team Canada. They had the likes of John Tavares, Jason Spezza, among others.
Okay, I see it here.
So, yeah, you want to...
No, actually, Sweden's in first.
Sweden's first now.
Finland is second. Russia is third.
Oh, okay. I got it completely wrong.
And Czech Republic is fourth.
Really?
Yeah.
They
So I think
leapfrogged it. It used to be fourth. Canada used to be fourth.
This is and Canada's fifth. U.S. is this is 2013 ranking, so
Wow.
it only counts. Here it's sort of like the FIFA World Cup rankings. It does. You get a certain amount of points for this year, and then the previous year the value is 75% of your points, and then the next year it's 50% value, and the year after that it's 4% value, and then any year before that doesn't count.
Right.
So currently, Canada's in fifth, but what you have to remember is that at the World Championships, Canada doesn't get nearly all of their good players.
No.
Not even close to it.
No, they get the players that they can with the NHL teams that are out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still a fairly big... There's usually some bigger names in there, but obviously with teams like Chicago, Detroit, Pittsburgh, Boston, loaded with Canadian talent, making it every single year, then they're not going to have the best players.
So yeah, and like I don't know, for the men's World Championship, the last gold medal I remember Canada winning was when Rick Nash scored on Finland. Was that the last one?
I think that was the last one.
That's the last one I remember anyway. That was in like 2006, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So it's been a while. It's been a while since the juniors have won a gold. 5 years ago?
2009? When it was in Ottawa, that was the last one.
Okay, so that's...
then they went to Buffalo. And,
so yeah, it's 5 years ago. Yeah, that was a debacle.
Lost to the States. What was that? Was that the gold that they lost to the States?
Yeah, it was.
I remember watching that game. It was
I guess
heartbreaking.
technically last year was a debacle, not even meddling. Like that was sad.
Yeah.
But last year's team, it was a lockout year, but they had like Nugent Hopkins, and that was it.
Oh, is this the World Championship we're talking about?
Oh no, I'm talking about World
Don't
Juniors.
talk about the lockout.
No, the lockout for the World.
Oh yeah, it
Juniors,
affected, but
they
got their players back.
They got Nugent Hopkins. That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to
I
say.
mean, last year's everyone has high hopes at the start of these tournaments for Canada to dominate like they used to, but it's not happening anymore because these European teams are starting to realize, hey, we can beat these guys if we play like them.
Yeah.
North American hockey is no longer North American hockey. We talked about this in an earlier podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, North American hockey is still championed by teams like Team Canada and Team USA, but the Swedes are coming up and doing that too.
So sorry, I'm just looking at like teams down the list, and
oh yeah, you know who's last?
who?
Georgia.
Georgia. Yeah.
Georgia and the United Arab Emirates are ahead of Georgia.
Well, Georgia's new. It literally says new. You know
Yeah,
how
well,
when it says like when they moved up,
Yeah,
it says new. But my
UAE.
my home country of Croatia is 29.
Oh.
Oh baby, they've actually they moved up one spot ahead of Spain.
Where's Britain?
Britain is in 23rd, and guess who's one spot above them? I guarantee you won't.
Ukraine?
No, they're where is Ukraine? Ukraine's 2 spots ahead of them.
Oh.
1 spot ahead of them is Japan.
Japan is better
Yeah.
than Great Britain.
Well, listen.
Well, Great Britain not so great on the ice.
Korea is better than Lithuania
Really?
and Estonia.
Really?
Yeah.
Do those countries even exist? Eastern Europe.
Latvia is ahead of Denmark, that's a surprise.
No, Eastern Europe's a great place. Latvia's what?
Latvia is ahead of Denmark, which is a surprise to me.
Yeah. Well, Latvia was in the World Championship, like the World
That's
Juniors,
true.
over and over and over, just demolished every time. But I mean,
Norway's ahead of Germany. Norway's in 9th.
Norway's ahead of Germany. Really?
So the third Scandinavian nation is finally picking up its slack in hockey. So,
Even Germany winning a shocker at the World Juniors, beating Russia.
Yeah.
And the Swiss taking on the Czechs, beating them as well.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, these are-
Switzerland is Canada faces Switzerland tomorrow, and I'm genuinely frightened
Yeah.
because
We know what happened last time the Swiss played
Yeah.
the men's, not the juniors, but the when was that? Was that the 2006 Olympics that they got that they lost?
yeah, even like
It's a while ago.
like last year at the World Championships, like Switzerland,
They can hold their own.
They're
Do they have any NHL?
yeah, they have Roman Yossi on the
Oh,
Predators, Nino Niederreiter,
Yeah, right.
who's that other guy?
Neater.
Sven Berchi. They got a lot of good young talent coming up. There's another guy, Lucas Spiza.
Lucas Spiza.
On Anaheim. So we've completely gone off from the Spengler Cup.
Oh, you know that we could tie back in
Okay.
because the Swiss host the Spengler Cup every year. HC Davos or Davos, Switzerland is the team. HC Davos is the hosting club.
Yeah.
They seem to win it every year. Not this year, like I said. Another Swiss team, Geneva, beat CSKA Moscow in a thriller, which I didn't watch, so I don't know if it was a thriller or not. Spengler Cup final. It was on TSN2 last night. Canada, a little disappointing. I like to see Canada win, like every other Canadian fan, but it's the Spengler Cup, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
Right.
It's not the end of the world.
And like I said to you before, I literally only knew 2 names on that roster. There
Glenn
was,
Metropolit.
and I can't even remember that.
I know, the other guy. But
like-
still, best name, and I gotta give a shout out to my buddy, Rob McFlicker.
Mick Flicker.
Is his first name Rob? I don't know. I think it is.
But I actually do want to talk about why Switzerland is getting better. And it's kind of interesting because you know how Sweden has like the Swedish Elite League, right? And because they're part of the European Union,
Yeah.
they can regulate how many foreigners can play in their league. But because Switzerland is not part of the European Union,
it's not Rob, it's Jacob McFlicker.
Jacob McFlicker.
I messed it up. I thought it was Rob. Let me find the other guy. There's another guy. He's a there's a Giroux on the team.
Yeah, I know, I saw that.
There is
There's a couple
Alexander Giroux.
There's a couple of AHLers.
Yeah. Oh, there's Alexander Bulldog. Or Bulldog.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Do you
yeah,
remember
he's
him?
the other one.
Yeah.
So Switzerland can't regulate how many foreigners, so they just get a bunch of like Canadians and Americans coming into their country, and they start to develop. Like the head coach of Switzerland is a Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so it's.
You know what I do like about the coaches on the European teams? You know, you see Canada suit, tie, you know, on the bench. These other guys sweaters and just regular pants.
Or like
it's the best thing.
Or like a sports jacket with like an undone collar.
Yeah. Going all Brian Burke, you know, with the undone tie. Oh, I'm working.
Yeah.
Brendan Bell is a defenseman.
Okay.
Brendan Bell, you remember him?
I remember that name, but I
think he played for the Leafs.
That's what I
believe,
thought.
Didn't he?
Maybe I don't know. When I think I was when I saw that I was thinking of Mark Bell. Do you remember him?
Yeah, I remember Mark Bell.
But I'm like he was a forward, so that's not him. But I do remember the name Brendan Bell. So yeah.
James Vandermeer or Jim Vandermeer.
Yeah. Okay, so there's more than two.
There were a couple players on there worth mentioning.
Really?
Yeah, everyone's worth mentioning. But.
Yeah.
All right. You want to roll on? Wow, I can't speak. You want to roll on? Where do you want to go next?
Alright, so let's talk about the World Juniors.
The Juniors, the tournament that people actually care about.
Yeah, so we...
no offense if you are a Spengler Cup fan. I'm a Spengler Cup fan, but...
I'm not.
The World Juniors are the premier holiday tournament.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
There's no contest.
Okay, so where do you want to start? The standings or player stats or...
Let's go with standings.
Standings? Okay, so... with a thrilling win over the United States...
That was a great game. You should have watched it.
3-2. I did watch it.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't. I watched it all. He didn't.
I missed.
He is unpatriotic.
I missed a period
unpatriotic.
And a half because I had a doctor's point. You leave me alone.
Unpatriotic.
Anyway, so
is that even how you say it? Is it unpatriotic or?
I don't know.
Or is it something else?
Okay.
I don't know.
Either way, Canada wins their group. They come in first, which was great.
Non-patriotic.
I don't know.
I don't know. That sounds better.
Sure.
Okay.
I think unpatriotic's right. But so Canada beat the United States 3-2, a thrilling win, and
the thriller in Malmo. There's no rhyme.
Despite losing to the Czech in overtime, they still managed to pull off the group win.
The group win, which is incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, great tenacity on the part by Brian Burke.
Truculence,
sand. My favorite, sand.
But yeah, so every game they've played, including the pre-game tournament, they've got scored on first and came back to either win or
every single game.
Lost 2 games.
Pre-comp and regular tournament.
So yeah,
like I said, great tenacity on the part by Team Canada to hang in there and not quit when the going gets tough.
So Sweden won Group B. I thought Canada was in Group B.
No, Canada's in Group A.
Well, Sweden...
It's weird, though. The States and Canada aren't usually in the same group.
Yeah, they're always in the same
group. No, they're not. Sometimes they aren't. In the Olympics, they weren't.
Yeah, but they always play each other on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, they always play each other on New Year's Eve, but that doesn't mean that they're on the same... Or no, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. Anyway... Finland comes second, Russia third, Norway, unfortunately not a single win for them.
Nope.
So
they tried. They tried.
Well, see, that's the thing. They were talking about it during the game. I was watching Norway and Russia play, and the team, because Norway came up from the relegation group, right? Mm-hmm. And they won last year, and the problem was the players that brought them up aren't there anymore.
No.
And that's
the problem with juniors.
Exactly. For the smaller countries.
Yeah.
The turnover.
The turnover rate, even for Canada. I mean, look, you look at the OHL, or you look at any team in the CHL. West, in Ontario, in the Q. I mean, the turnover rate is like that. So, I mean, if you have a bad team one year, or a couple years in a row, odds are you will have a good team in a couple
Just like
years.
the Erie Otters.
Yeah, I don't understand the London Knights. That's the one team that boggles me. Year after year, they're just a good team. Although the Erie Otters this year are looking like the Memorial Cup favorite, if not the OHL.
They've got favorite. Andre Burakovsky's a Swede. He's a really good player. Obviously, Connor McDavid.
Yeah, just on Canada, they have Adam Pelech.
Yeah,
good defenseman. I don't think he's done anything yet in the tournament.
Yeah, he's. Did
he get a goal?
No,
a couple assists.
He's playing with Matt Dumba, and Matt Dumba's. You could argue is one of the best defensemen on his team, and of course, he's sort of the anchor to Dumba. Yeah, you know.
And you've got Connor McDavid, obviously the phenom.
Yeah,
exceptional status. You know, exceptional status a few years ago, we haven't even heard of exceptional status until John Tavares.
Yeah,
and now they're handing them out like candy.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
But see, the thing is, like when exceptional status first came out, I thought it was because John Tavares had a late birthday. Like he was. You know how someone like Sean Monahan was born in '94, but because he was born in October, he has to wait a year for the draft.
Yeah.
I thought they were saying, okay, you have a late birthday, but we're gonna let you in anyway because you're so good, right? I don't know if that's true, but now it's just a year younger, and Ekblad, I don't know, he sort of underwhelming as a 15-year-old, but now,
I'm liking Ekblad.
Now,
he's
like
playing
right
for my
now,
favorite team, the Barrie Colts.
Yeah, even last year, he's a stud, and he's gonna challenge Sam Reinhart for that first overall pick next year.
Yeah, definitely. Unless we see a new phenom that just comes out of nowhere.
But I mean,
I'm not anticipating.
Yeah, it's you
never know.
It's sort of like is it an exception or is it the rule now?
Yeah,
Sean Day didn't even get drafted first overall. No. He got granted exceptional status. He's an interesting person. He was born in Belgium, raised in Michigan, and he only has a Canadian citizenship and passport. I find that interesting.
Yeah, it's a little interesting.
So yeah, it's is it the rule or the exception? But for Ekblad and McDavid, it's clearly the exception because they are exceptional.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some of the other players on the team. So like Anthony Mantha, a
Anthony
guy
Mantha.
who barely made the team.
Wasn't he? He was like the 17th forward, wasn't he? Or he was up there.
He was. Well, it was him.
Patan,
Shinkaruk, and someone else on the 25-man roster were on the bubble, and then Mantha makes the team, and now he's on the first line, and he's just played so well.
Yeah,
he's. I mean. He's a one-way player. He's a goal scorer, but he's a dangerous goal scorer, and I would take him over a two-way forward who's not gonna put the puck in the net. To be honest, I wouldn't take a bunch of him, like 6 or 7 of him, his type of player, but like 1 for 1, definitely I'll take a goal scorer.
Exactly. You need a sniper. You need somebody who can do it all, and he fits the bill. He's a good fit on the high-powered offense of Team Canada. I mean, it's not as high-powered as in past years, but it's got some skill. It's it's not as dazzling as in the past years. I'm not seeing it as dazzling as the past years. I mean, past years we had teams that were just loaded with talent, and it showed because Canada just dominated some of those tournaments. I mean, Brent Sutter's record going into this tournament was it like 13-0, something like that?
Yeah. I think it was 12-0, and then it was 13-0 before he lost.
Yeah, then they beat Germany, then they lost to the Czechs, which was
that wasn't a good game to watch.
It's not a good game to watch.
But
Slovakia game was good though.
Yeah, Slovakia they
can hold their own.
They have so Mantha has 10 points in 4 games as of January 1st.
Yeah,
which is when we're recording. There's 2 Slovakian players with 10 points, Martin Riwe and David Greiger.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a Slovakian tied for third with Duran, with 8 points, and his name is Milan Kolena. So Slovakia, I mean, they only got 3 points. They beat Canada, they beat Germany.
They beat Germany, yeah, they didn't beat Canada.
They almost beat
the Czechs
Canada. The Czechs beat Canada.
No longer Czechoslovakia. Now it's the Czech Republic and Slovakia. Geography.
So Slovakia.
I passed it.
Slovakia looks like they're gonna be a powerhouse maybe soon because they got a lot of good offensive players on that team. It was pretty scary to watch. Did you watch the entire game?
Which one, the Czech game or the Slovakian game? I didn't watch the entire game.
Oh, unpatriotic.
Oh yeah, unpatriotic. Yeah. You can't use my joke against me.
Yeah, well, you can't be a hypocrite.
That was mine.
You're not allowed to be a hypocrite.
I'm not being a hypocrite.
Okay, how much of it did you watch?
I watched up until like the last 5 minutes, like the really exciting part I missed.
Oh wow! Well, anyway, so Canada was down.
I was like, I can't watch this, and then I went and played video games.
Yeah, Canada was down. They came back to win.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Ghost. Do you like the game? Do you like the game?
It's all right. I don't know.
It's different. It's very different from COD, from past CODs. It's like it's trying to become more Battlefield. Back to sports.
Back to sports.
I'm playing a lot of NHL recently.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh, me too. Actually.
Yeah. A lot of Chell.
Chell.
Too bad you have Xbox One. We could play.
I have a 360 still.
Oh, we should play.
What do you play? You play like manager.
I play GM.
Be a GM. I
don't do GM connected, but I do be a GM.
Yeah, I do that too. Anyway,
back on track.
So Canada plays Switzerland.
I actually got a one last thing.
Oh my goodness!
I actually got a trade offer for Alfredsson.
Yeah.
From the Rangers, a first and a second round.
Wow.
And I turned it down. Well, I like Alfie. I want him to stay.
You would like Alfie.
I want him to stay.
Too bad he left.
Shit.
So yeah, Canada plays Switzerland. That's gonna be an exciting game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that game. All right.
Alright, so what do you want to talk about now?
Yeah, I think we beat to death this
international hockey.
Yeah, international hockey is done with us. I want to talk about a recent call-up from the Sens.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Gotta talk about the Sens. For those of you who do not know, the Sens are a little injury-rattled right now. Or addled, or whatever.
Whatever.
Chris Neil is hurt. It doesn't look all that serious, but still, you never want your players to be hurt. So in his absence, as well as Jason Spezza. Oh, sorry. As well as Jason Spezza is out with a undisclosed injury. Something's going on.
Are you alright there, buddy?
Oh man, gas.
Oh my gosh.
But and Chris Phillips is out. Chris Phillips should be back for, I believe, the next game or the game after that. But Jason Spezza, still no timeline. I don't think it's that serious. Apparently, he went up for a public skate. Yeah, imagine that, going to a public skate and seeing Jason Spezza.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. But yeah, he should be back. So Mark Stone from the Binghamton Senators, the Sens draft pick a few years ago.
7th rounder.
7th rounder. Hey, he's panning out. I'm liking Stone.
You talk about him like he's a god. And
he is god.
He is a 7th rounder. I mean,
hey, Mark Stone's a good. I mean,
I'm not saying. I mean, you look at like Datsuk and Zetterberg, and Alfredson was a late pick, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a late.
But
2010, he was 6th round.
6th round. Ooh, I'm sorry.
178th overall.
Yeah. Okay.
21 years old, so still very young. Yeah, he was a wheat king. This year he has 15 goals. Or no, that's last year. Last year he had 15 goals, 23 assists in 54 games played.
How about this year?
This year, it doesn't say. I'll go to the Binghamton site. How about that?
Are you on Wikipedia?
No, I'm on the Sens website.
Oh, okay.
Wikipedia. Gotta love it. Binghamton Senators, also called the B-Sens.
The B-Sens.
Mark Stone, 9 goals, 9 assists, and 18 points in 19 games.
Okay, that's not bad.
He's a +1. That's it.
+1.
+1. What does he play? Is he defense?
No, he's a
He's a
forward.
forward.
What's wrong with you? He's a winger. Come on,
Just
man.
saying, I don't know.
I know that. I'm not even a Sens fan.
A World Junior phenom, Mark Stone.
Phenom.
We've had a lot of World Junior phenoms.
Yeah, yeah.
Justin Pogge. Playing in Italy.
The greatest decision Toronto Maple Leafs have ever made. Pogge or Rask? Let's see. Guy who won gold with a great team, or goalie who won the goalie of the tournament? Let's take the guy who had the great team in front of him. Yeah. Oh my god. That.
And where is he now?
He's like
playing
Toronto,
in Italy.
Toronto's given Boston so many. So they gave him
Rask, of course, Sagan's gone now. He didn't really pan out all that much, but he's doing great things in Dallas. But back to the Sens. Back to the
Sens.
Ottawa Senators. But what was I gonna say? I don't even know why I say but.
But 6th rounder.
6th rounder. That affects him not at all. No effect. No effect. The Sens right now they're doing they're starting to pick up. I'm hoping. They've won 2 in a row for the first time since early November.
That's been a while.
Yeah, because they seem to win and then they lose, then they win, then they lose, then they lose, then they lose, then they win, then they lose, and God, it's annoying.
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we have about the Sens right now. A couple of injuries.
So you know what's exciting about today?
What's exciting about today?
The Winter Classic.
The NHL
between
Winter Classic.
My Toronto Maple Leafs
and the Detroit Red Wings.
The Detroit Red
The Wings that happen to be red.
Yes.
From Detroit.
From Detroit.
Yes.
D-Town.
D-Town.
What's the other?
Is it called D-Town?
I don't know.
Who calls it D-Town? What's their nickname? Anyway. Cartown.
Oh my god, I know.
Ottawa.
I know their nickname. I can't.
I
think
know.
of it. Motown.
Motown. There we
That's
go. Cartown. What is that?
Cartown. I don't know what Cartown is, but
might as well be Windsor.
When Toronto was in the West,
of course, it's not actually in Detroit. It's in Ann Arbor.
It's in Ann Arbor. It's
Might as
Ottawa doesn't play in Ottawa. So
No,
let's
Ottawa
take it
does not
easy.
play in Ottawa. Ottawa plays 20 minutes outside. A 20-minute car ride outside of Ottawa.
That's
in
still not
Canada.
Ottawa. So.
Literally, their stadium is in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by I think a couple of office buildings and car dealerships on one side, and the stadium on that same side. On the other side, farmers' fields.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Still a great facility,
Yeah.
great town. I love it.
So over 100,000 people are going to attend this game.
The biggest hockey game attendance.
I watched the Michigan State game.
The ice. What do they call that?
It was just
Ice
the
ball, something like that.
same concept.
Yeah.
Outdoor game
Yeah.
at Ann Arbor,
Yeah.
the big house. I watched that game. That was fun to watch. That was a while ago though, and that at the time set the record for.
Yeah. Now it's obviously gonna be broken. But,
It's gonna be broken. So yeah, the Leafs they won their last game if I'm not mistaken. They can't win in regulation.
No, it just doesn't happen.
It's like
Shootout, win or loss. They don't go to overtime.
No.
Have they lost in an overtime yet?
I don't think so. To be
Or
honest,
even won in an overtime?
I don't think so. It always goes.
Well,
to
you're the
shootout.
Leafs fan, so you should know.
I can't remember, to be honest.
I will look it up.
All right.
I'm going to the Leafs site. Ew.
So, are you gonna wipe your history?
Yeah.
You can't have that on your computer.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's gonna be exciting. When Toronto was in the West with Detroit a while ago, the rivalry between them was really good. And then when Toronto moved to the East, they sort of lost that. And I'm excited now that Detroit's back in the now in the
Toronto's
East.
actually lost 5 times in overtime.
In
Although
overtime?
because that also includes
Yeah,
shootouts. So I mean, as for actual going to overtime, I have no clue.
Yeah.
Ottawa right behind the Leafs in the Atlantic.
Yeah.
4 points behind them, but in the Eastern Conference, Ottawa is in 9th, I believe, behind New Jersey and the Rangers. I'm going to see the Rangers actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope.
No, I'm actually not.
You're not?
No.
You want to stop interrupting me? My God.
Yeah, I want to stop.
So
No, I actually don't.
I'm excited for the rivalry to kick back into gear because I like, who doesn't like rivalries, and
Although I mean, this rivalry, everyone's branding it as like the rivalry. These teams haven't played each other very often. I mean, the last time they played, that was a real big situation. Was the last time they met in the playoffs.
Yeah.
When the Leafs got closer than they ever got.
Yeah.
Before being brutally eliminated by Wayne Gretzky
and his phantom high stick.
You Leaf fans, you're always the same. Get over it. You still boo Alfredson. He's not even on the Sens anymore. You still boo Alfredson.
It's still fun to boo him.
Nah, I mean he tossed. I admit that should have been a penalty.
Yeah.
But I was a Sens fan, so I'm still a Sens fan. I'm not. I was.
Yeah.
I said was.
Who cares? But yeah, see that I know it's not. They're not rivals anymore, which is why I'm glad to see them in the East, Detroit.
Yeah.
So that they can
renew
try their rivalry.
Yeah, exactly.
And sort of heat it up because. Like I saw an article, it was saying like, is this outdoor classic game enough to kick the rivalry back into gear?
I don't think it is, but I mean there has to be more characters on these teams. I'm just taking it right into another thing. This isn't my idea. This is my father's idea.
Uh-huh.
See, I don't want to plagiarize.
Okay.
I don't want to plagiarize my talking.
All right.
This is my dad's idea. There's no 24/7 so far. Honestly, everyone's so excited about 24/7. I like 24/7. I think it's a great series,
Yeah.
but this one.
I haven't seen past the first episode.
It's a little iffy. I mean, it's not. There's no characters on it. With the Flyers one when they had Breeze Galoff.
Yeah.
I mean that was great. I mean they had Hartnell on
Yeah.
that team. I mean 2 guys right there that just make an entire series. But Toronto's got no characters on the team.
Yeah.
Neither does Detroit. I mean the biggest character on the Leafs is probably Phil Kessel's complete aversion to the media. I don't think he's done one interview for them.
He's shy.
He's shy.
He's media shy.
But I think the best part about it was it's a tie between Babcock and Carlisle just flipping on the camera and saying "Get out."
Yeah.
The best part of that one episode, I think it was the second episode, and the first episode. The highlight was Carlisle getting his bread stuck in the toaster and not being able to get it out himself. Maintenance.
I don't know how to get it out.
No.
Cute.
It's called tongs or even a knife.
Yeah, that was.
It was funny though. It was funny. It made for a good section of television.
I don't know. Well, like, obviously you watch 24/7 to see the characters.
Yeah.
I just like seeing behind the scenes because, obviously.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
As a kid, I'm sure you dreamed of being in the NHL.
Oh yeah, I still dream of being.
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
NHL. Everybody dreams about being in the
Everyone wants to be there. I mean, let's be realistic. It's not going to happen for us.
No, it's obviously not going to happen. We're too late.
It's fun to dream.
Exactly.
And, that's why I like to see behind the scenes. Like, what?
Yeah, it's great. I mean,
it's almost like what
could have been. Exactly. It's like, man, what have I done with my life?
Yeah, I know.
But,
So, yeah, I guess some people watch it for different reasons.
Yeah. I'm actually excited about NHL Revealed, which is coming up in, I believe, it starts in mid to late January, which is like 24/7. It's not HBO, it's an NHL run thing.
Yeah.
But it features the other teams that are playing outdoors this year, so namely Anaheim and LA, New York, the Rangers, the Islanders, and the Devils, as well as the Sens and Vancouver playing in the Heritage Classic. Oh, and Pittsburgh and Chicago. Forgot about that other stadium series.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think it needs to be there, but I don't think there really needs to be anything other than the Heritage Classic and the Winter Classic.
But we have to see an outdoor game in California.
In California.
We don't. No. It doesn't need to happen, but it needs to happen.
It needs to happen, yeah.
Just
to say, it's like, yeah, we did it.
Like, do it once, and depending on how it, like, I don't care if I never see it again. I just want to see it once. Yeah. And maybe if it's good, maybe, but put one in Florida, like, no one will show up. But,
oh God, the Panthers suck.
My old hockey coach went to Florida once, and he bought like platinum seats for $10 before the game.
Yeah,
like
it's honestly it's insane. You can get in Carolina, you can buy upper bowl seats like game day.
Yeah.
I believe for $5.
Yeah, and like
$5. That won't even get you a hot dog in Toronto. That won't even get you a bag of candy in Toronto. I mean, it's insane, the pricing. But back to outdoor games. We don't want to really talk about pricing. Everyone's talking about pricing, so
yeah, we
don't really need to talk about it.
So yeah, I agree with you. There needs to be a Heritage Classic. I think the Winter Classic is nice. And
the Winter Classic's obviously the premier, so
yeah,
I mean, you have to have that.
Well, I like the Heritage Classics. It's always two Canadian teams.
Yeah, exactly. I'm liking this year. I mean, it's going to be interesting how they do it with the retractable roofs.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be cool if they closed it.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. It'd be like the Lightning when they used to play in the Trop.
Right.
Yeah, that for those of you who don't know, the Tampa Bay Lightning started play in 1992 or 93, whatever their first season was. Mm-hmm. They started at the same time as the Sens. Both expansion brothers.
that would be 95 then, wouldn't it?
No, it wouldn't be 95.
94?
No, 93.
Are you sure?
They got their teams in 92, and they probably started playing in 93. I'm pretty sure in 93 that they started playing. But the Tampa Bay Lightning started play in what is now Tropicana Field, what was then called the Thunderdome, which is a much cooler name. It's obviously a very bad place to watch hockey. Never built for hockey.
No.
And the Sens actually didn't play in the what is now the Canadian Tire Center. They moved into the Palladium, as it was called, when it first opened. I think a couple months into the season, they played the Civics at the Ottawa Civic Center at Lansdowne Park. Underneath the arena is underneath the stands of the football stadium.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why the you know how they're doing the revamp for the Red Blacks, right? Yeah, that's why the 67s are actually playing at Canadian Tire Center.
Oh, yeah?
Like, all their home games are at Canadian Tire Center, so.
Cool.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
Just
way off.
We just talking about the stupid stadium series and how they're
the stadium series, honestly, they're beating it to death. I mean, I like how Yankee Stadium's being used, but honestly, it should be just one game, not three games.
And, they're doing this to make money, right? And it's like, oh, we can fit more people into these stadiums, but after 6 games every year outside, it's definitely going to lose its appeal.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like, oh, great, another outdoor game. I mean, like...
Yeah, like, it's like, you want to keep it special, like make it mean something.
That was the big spectacle back in 2003 with the original Heritage Classic between Edmonton and Montreal. that really cold Edmonton Montreal game with Jose Theodore.
With the toque.
With the toque. And then the biggest spectacle probably out of them all was the Pittsburgh Buffalo one back in 2009. That was probably the biggest one.
Yeah.
Or was it 2008?
I don't know, but that was a good game.
It was a great game. I mean, going to a shootout in the first one, it was snowing pretty hard. I mean, Crosby with the game winner.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
the shootout.
Yeah, great. But anyway, yeah, the outdoor games, they're being beat to death.
Yeah.
The Winter Classic, I'm definitely going to watch it because it's the Winter Classic. There's a few things as a hockey fan you just have to watch. You got to watch Stanley Cup Finals.
Uh-huh.
You got to watch World Championships.
Yeah.
You got to watch the Olympics. You got to watch the World Juniors.
Got to watch the outdoor games.
And you got to watch the outdoor games. Exactly.
Well, you have to watch an outdoor game.
Yeah.
This year, I would say it's okay if you watch one.
Yeah, I'm going to watch the Anaheim one if it's on TV in Canada.
Yeah, of course.
Which I hope
I hope so. It should be. It
should
better be.
Yeah.
Let's face it, more Canadians are going to watch that than Americans.
I'll watch that one. I'll watch the Winter Classic today. And I will watch the Heritage Classic, obviously.
Yeah.
But honestly, the Stadium Series in New York and Chicago, I'm not going to watch this.
No, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I like
it's just a cash grab on the part of the NHL.
Yeah.
I'm not liking that.
So that's pretty much it for today.
Yeah.
Just one more thing. I want to talk about Michael Schumacher.
Michael Schumacher, yeah.
And, the F1. Is he an F1 racer?
Yeah. What? How do you not know?
I don't.
He is like the former F1.
Former. He was retired.
Yeah, he was retired from Ferrari. Great Ferrari driver. Obviously, bringing them a lot of world championships. Obviously, although it's funny, the last Ferrari World Championship was not won by him. It was actually won by Kimi Räikkönen.
Oh wow.
Kimi.
Kimi
Räikkönen won the last one for Ferrari, but Michael Schumacher obviously holds the record for most for Ferrari.
So in case you haven't heard, and if you haven't, why are you hearing it from us?
Yeah.
Michael Schumacher was in a skiing accident.
Very bad skiing
where
accident
he
in the
hit his
French Alps.
Yeah, where he hit his head on a rock. Apparently he was wearing a helmet, but I
think you're on a rock when you're skiing. You're obviously going at high speed.
Yeah.
That helmet's not gonna stop.
No.
It might absorb a little bit.
The helmet's basically so your skull won't split open.
Exactly. It's gonna keep it together when it does split open. You know.
But all joking aside, he's in a coma. He's in critical condition. And,
he's stable though. He's
stable now.
Yeah, he has improved.
Okay. Because I didn't hear about anything today. As of yesterday, I heard he was still in critical condition.
He's had 2 surgeries now, and he's actually in improved condition.
Okay, so
I don't know if he's still in a coma or not. It's not saying if he's still in a coma.
No. Okay.
He's had 2 brain operations, and he remains in a medically induced coma. So it's
Okay.
not like he entered a coma
Right.
like on his own. It's a medically induced one.
No, I think he did.
Or he did, but then
maybe they're keeping him in a coma. I don't know. We're not doctors.
Yeah, we're yes.
But so
no.
I just keep him in your prayers, and just I mean, if this happens to a normal person, no one blinks twice.
No,
but
it's Michael Schumacher. He's obviously a big figure in the racing community. I'm a fan of him.
Yeah,
I loved him when he was at Ferrari. I'm an F1 fan.
Yeah,
I'm a racing fan. I like Indy is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm not even a racing fan, and obviously I know who he is.
No, he's big in the sports world as well.
Yeah,
I mean, it's Michael Schumacher. Everybody knows who Michael Schumacher is.
You
say Michael Schumacher, it's like saying Lance Armstrong. Everybody knows him.
Yeah, in a very unknown sport. At least here in North America.
Biking.
So yeah, just
Ryder Hedgehog. Although he doped up too. So.
Yeah, every biker.
Everybody
dopes.
dopes.
That's okay. Tangent aside.
That's a little general, but it seems like it these days that every runner dopes, every biker every cyclist dopes. It's getting a little crazy. I mean, like pray for him and his family. It's just so terrible to see like an accident to happen to someone so. I mean, it's terrible to see an accident
anytime
to anybody, but I mean, for it being a sports player,
he's such a prominent figure.
Exactly.
So yeah. So I think we're going to end it there for today. This is a shorter one. So before we go, just want to say follow me on Twitter at CDN Sports Talk. If you want to tweet at me for whatever reason, I don't.
Have we gotten any tweets?
No.
Do we have any followers except you?
No, I'm not even following you guys. Anyway, just one other note. I'm making like a World Junior highlight reel of Team Canada. So I'm gonna post that when the tournament's done. And, I'm excited for this because I love making like montages and stuff just for fun.
You learned that from Comtech?
Not even. I learned nothing from Comtech.
What do you? How to use Photoshop?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So yeah. So just if you want to see that, that'll be. I think that'll be fun to watch if you're a Team Canada fan anyway. If you're a Canadian. So yeah, just follow me on Twitter if you want. Leave a comment. You know, all the usual spiel.
The usual spiel. All right. See you next time on the Adrian and Matt podcast.
Thanks for listening.